everybody. So yeah, me again. It's been a little bit. I have been moving house, as Leslie so eloquently put it in one of our tweets. The background, this looks pretty much exactly the same, except I have slightly different angle of sunshine and my walls are purple. So yeah, but other than that, it pretty much looks exactly the same back here. Not one for super dramatic change. Anyway, moving on from my personal stories, I have a book that's been requested for me to read and review a couple different times, and I finally got around to reading it. The Almost Moon by Alice Sebold. So some of you may be sitting there thinking, wait a minute, that name sounds really familiar. Why do I know that name? You know that name because she's the author of The Lovely Bones, as it says right there, which is a book that I immensely enjoyed. She also wrote Lucky, which is a nonfiction, and it was fabulous, like dark, 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 but great. That's a common theme with Alice's books. She really likes to write dark storylines, plot lines dealing with a lot of dark issues. This book is absolutely no exception. We follow a woman named Helen, and the book opens with her telling us that she killed her mother. So yeah, this is not me giving away anything. It literally says in the first sentence that she killed her mother. Her mother's name is Claire, and Helen is in charge of taking care of Claire because there's no one else to do it. Her father is dead, she doesn't have any siblings. As the story unfolds, we realize why Helen was pushed to kill her mother. Her mother has dementia, on top of a lot of other problems that have been apparent since Helen was little, but didn't understand that they were problems and just thought that they were something that everyone's parents had to deal with and she had to deal with as their child. So it's really easy to sum this book up. It takes place over a period of about 24 hours, and so everything is based off of this one moment where Helen kills her mother, and then how does she deal with it? How does she think she's going to deal with it for the rest of her life and sort of come to terms with this like one split-second decision. It starts off really intensely because you have a couple chapters of her describing how this murder took place, and then the psychological aspect of it really starts to kick in, and then it gets slow. And I think this is where this book loses a lot of people. I haven't heard many positive things about this book. I mean, The Lovely Bones and Lucky, definitely a lot of positive things from those. This one, not so much, and I really think it's because people get lost in that middle section and they just can't make it through. However, it does pick up again at the end. It really started to grab me, just like it had done in the first couple pages, towards the end of the novel. So that was nice to sort of finish it on a better note rather than just having everything sort of fall down and just, you know, Helen has a lot of time to sit on this dark side of things and really sit in her house or sit in her car and just ponder things. And so it is appropriate that we have these slow moments in the book, but it doesn't make for a thrilling read. It makes for a dark psychological read. The real question that it comes down to in this book is, who do you sympathize with? Do you feel badly for Claire? Do you feel badly for Helen? Do you sympathize with the fact that she decided to kill her mother, or do you think she should have acted differently? There are a couple different character opinions that come up as Helen slowly tells people what happened. So you get their perspective on things, but it really comes down to, what do you think? What are you going to think when you come away from this novel? Was it an okay thing to do? Was it not an okay thing to do? This is definitely not for everyone. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Good beginning, good ending, but the middle part was really slow. I would recommend it for those who don't mind a slow boil, a dark storyline, some of that psychological stuff, but it's not going to appeal to a wide audience, that's for sure. So of course, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this book. For those of you that have read it, for those of you that are considering reading it, hopefully this will sort of let you know whether or not it's a book that you should actually spend your time on. As always, all of our links are in the doobly-doo. We got our Twitter, our Goodreads, our book depository, etc. Check those out if you feel so inclined. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you later.